Brian Walker, Retail Doctor Group CEO and founder. Delighted to be with you, and in particular to be talking to Rathina Kumar, who heads up Oracle as a Director Industry Solutions, and in particular around the increasing role of the cloud as part of the integrated retailer network, or as we talk about, omni-channel retailing. So nice to be with you, and welcome.
Thank you, Brian. It's really my pleasure to be part of this discussion. Absolutely. Thank you so much for inviting me as part of this. Yeah.
Well, we're very soon to have a RDG CEO workshop together with Rathina, really on integration of cloud. And that'll takes place early November, and we'll be sending out the details very soon. So I often talk about the fourth industrial revolution, the role of technology. And I'm interested, just as a general piece, would you agree that we are in the midst of a fourth industrial revolution?
Absolutely. I've been in this industry for the last couple of decades, and we all know that Industry 4 started a decade back, making an impact first in the manufacturing industries. You've seen digital initiatives like smart factory, digital logistics, additive manufacturing. All of them have been there for quite some time. And what is important is the cutting edge technologies like IoT, big data, advanced robotics, 3D printing, cloud computing, is also have been there for quite some time. And it has made a very significant impact in other industries like financial sector with digital banking and fintech, as all of us have seen it. Media and gaming, logistics 4.0, retail 4.0 too, yeah? And one of the most common technologies that I would say just made an incredible impact is cloud computing. That really enables organizations to accelerate the digital transformation.
And in our upcoming workshop, we'll explore this absolute innovation that cloud-based computing and so forth brings to retailers. And do you see it having impact in all sizes of retail operations, Rathina, or do you see it more for the bigger end of town, as it were?
Absolutely. I mean, as I said, the impact has started in every industry, and retail is not an exception as well. And I can talk about a few examples of, the cutting edge technologies like cloud infrastructure again, augmented reality, virtual reality, predictive analytics, chatbots, robotics, in warehouses, IoT devices in the supply chain, RFID devices in warehousing, and many such technologies are being adopted in retail industry as well as part of the the digitization. And primarily the digitization retail is focused on achieving omni integration, extreme customer experience, and achieving extreme convenience and supply chain optimization. But again, the cloud has been the major catalyst driving this transformation in retail 4.0. Okay, and top of it, Brian, the new business models evolve like marketplace, warehouse on demand, transportation on demand, complementing the growth of retail industry too. Yep.
And so for retailers who might have grown up with server-based applications and so forth and classic hardware architecture, this is really the transformation, isn't it? It's simply to put all data in the cloud, as it were.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And then I agree with you. So, I would probably talk about, before dwelling into, what is cloud architecture, but why cloud architecture? Why is that first? Why it has become the major catalyst in the industry? Now, I would really talk about three key drivers for the adoption of cloud architecture. One is the enabler, So cloud enables faster innovation and quick deployment of new processes and new business models. Access to all these cutting edge technologies has been made easier, simpler, and quicker to deploy than ever before. The second key driver, Brian, is economizer. All these offerings come at a lower initial investment, affordable subscription pricing, lower operating costs spent in OpEx, not on CapEx budget. More importantly, the scalability, superior performance, and security comes bundled with modern, autonomous, machine learning, and artificial intelligence in the Generation 2 cloud infrastructure. I mean, that's the second, the key driver. The third key driver is basically the equalizer.
Mm.
Cloud made it possible that all organizations, all retailers, small, mid, or enterprise retailers have access to the same cutting edge technologies and the same capabilities of those technologies. Okay? Even small retailer, can subscribe to, the expensive infrastructure, modern ERP or CX applications based on their digital journey. And you have seen, many startups in e-commerce born on cloud has become or grown to become a unicorn, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah.
Absolutely. Please let us know
Sure.
how you would define cloud-based computing.
Absolutely. Yeah. I think the cloud-based computing has really evolved over a period of time, and then it's evolved broader and deeper in terms of offerings now. And typically, the cloud vendors should have the capability to address all three tiers of the cloud. Let me share some of those,
Please do.
highlights
Please
of. Yeah, yeah. The first one is software as subscription.
do.
It's
Yes.
applications layer that can provide business capabilities rapidly to retailers from ERP, supply chain, CRM, or even retail specific applications like merchandising, POS, and warehouse management. The second layer, which is platform as a service layer, they need to have platform capability to let the same retailers extend and build differentiation to the capability that is available in the applications, right? The tools like integration, the API-led connectivity platform, the low-code automation tools, data science and machine learning for analytics, content management, autonomous database, or just to name a few of them available as part of platform as a service tools, right? The
Yes.
third layer is the infrastructure as a service offering to drive the rapidly emerging piece of innovation with generation to cloud infrastructure, providing compute, network, storage, and also tools and developer ecosystems to build cloud native applications. And security is also part of that. Yeah.
And before I leave you today, when we move into our webinar very shortly,
Sure.
introduce our friends from both Carpet Court and into the pharmacy business. It'll be interesting to hear firsthand how they have applied this systems architecture and deployment that's known as cloud-based computing. Do you think there'll be insightful case studies?
Absolutely. I mean, so we have many such case studies in, different initiatives that typical, the retailers are looking into it. And I've always seen, six key workflows where these customers, like that you talked about, have always been embarked on. Let me just talk about those six workflows. One is the pricing and margin management, using technology, ability to, apply machine learning and analytics to help with pricing insights, prediction of repricing opportunities, for example, right? The second key workflow is a website recommendation engine personalization, because the modern data platform helps to maximize the cloud-based data to perform customer 360-degree insights, segmentation, customer buying behavior analytics, right, and predictive modeling for promotions and offers. And the third one is the loyalty program management. Okay? Typically the CMO is not only responsible for acquiring new customers, but also responsible to retain loyal customers. So technology, for example, has really played a role. Here in the case of loyalty program, it integrates mobile and web analytic tools with the loyalty programs. So marketing can now design the right promotions, use, for example, geospatial analytics capabilities, and also enable geofencing, apply, natural language processing, all this for sentiment analysis. Okay, so I think, I have got a couple of more examples like real-time inventory view or omni-channel, order fulfillment or inventory optimization to do a proper prediction of, the forecast of inventory and sales. All these are, really amazing use cases I've seen customers adopting in the retail, using the cloud architecture. Yeah.
Fantastic. Well, we're really delighted, Rathina, to have you with us as we move into cloud-based architecture, what it really means for retailers and the transformation of their business models. So we'll see you very soon. Looking forward to our webinar together. And until then, we'll sign off. So thank you very much, Rathina Kumar, who is Director Industry Solutions for our friends at Oracle. Looking forward to it.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Brian. I really, look forward to the webinar, and then I really request everyone to join this webinar and get benefited. Thank you so much.